Luke, we did some research. It's been over 400 days since the Coyotes have been here to play the Kings at Staples. We've seen them a couple of times in the desert, and this is your first time in this locker room as a member of the Coyotes. Is it a little different this morning?
It is, but I mean, I didn't spend a ton of time here. It was, half a season, so I was here for a cup of coffee, and that's about it. But I enjoyed every bit of playing here. It was a great experience to get the chance to play with the Kings organization. It was pretty cool to see just of the culture they've kind of developed here with winning cups in the last few years, and there's such a high expectation of how they do things, and winning's the main thing. So they got a great core group of guys, great management, coaching. Everyone's got high expectations, but in saying that, I'm real proud to be part of Arizona now, and it's exciting to be back here for the first time for sure.
And a good point by you. You split last year between Los Angeles and Philadelphia, but one thing that you do know through two games with the Kings so far this year is they love to hit, and the Coyotes love to hit. And you're one of the leaders on the blue line in the NHL in terms of hits. So you come in thinking that it might be a physical game. Is that a game you anticipate tonight? And obviously, it's a game you relish based on your numbers.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think between us, we're trying to play a physical, grinding style, as well as the Kings. The Sharks are a bigger team, the Ducks are a bigger team, so it's kind of a few teams in our division that kind of play that same way, and we have to try to match up to that. So that's kind of a game you'd expect to come into this building tonight, and they play a simple brand of hockey, the Kings, but a real physical style of hockey, and lots of hard puck battles in the corners in front of the net, and they got lots of big boys over there, so it's definitely a challenge that we look forward to, and one that we're going to have to step up and match up to.
About 20, 25 games ago or so, you got paired with Oliver Ekman-Larsson. It seemed to get Oliver going a little bit, and I think it also seemed to solidify your game as well. What's that pairing been like?
Well, it's good. I mean, he's a pleasure to play with for sure. I mean, he's one of the smoothest defensemen in the league. He plays both ends of the ice real solid. I mean, he gets a ton of shots to the goal. Obviously, he's a great puck mover, but he plays real hard and, battles hard in the defensive zone too, which, you don't take for granted with offensive defensemen like that. So he's been great. I think, we've been trying to communicate as much as we can and work with each other to try to get better. But, for me, I try to, just keep it simple and, move the puck to the forwards, move the puck to him, and, let him, tell him to join up in the play as much as he can and help create that offense.
Final question. The Coyotes are now 6-3-1 in their last 10, and it seems as if they're turning a corner. The veteran guys like yourself stabilizing the lineup and settling in, if you will, and the young kids maybe kicking it up a notch and maybe making that turn in terms of their maturity. What have you seen over the last little while that you think has been the biggest difference?
Well, I think it's been positive. I think, there's obviously some stretches in games where, you still feel like you can improve. But I think for the most part, I'd argue that we've improved as much as any other team in the league, considering where we started. So, I mean, we've been making some strides for sure. And, a great deal of that goes to Smitty's been playing great in goal for us. And then on top of that, like you said, some young guys have really made some strides. Dvorak's come along, unbelievable lately. And, the list goes on. It's nice having Max back, and Krauser's a big part of things. Perlini, Chick. I mean, the list goes on. So, young guys are doing it, and like you said, I think older guys, just veteran guys were coming in at the start of the year, not really sure where they kind of fit in terms of role and lineup, and it seems like that's starting to kind of play itself out a little bit more. So, I think everyone's kind of getting more comfortable in who they're playing with and what their role and what the situation is, and in saying that we want to continue to make strides and get better because. Everyone knows where we are in the standings, but I think, individually and as an organization, we want to continue to get better and, keep pushing to where we want to get to.